Hello. Due to the location I work at, I interviewed three of my coworkers and also my fire chief. However, we are not allowed to even have our cell phones or take any pictures or video on site of the complex I work in. So I was unable to interview them on camera. However, I did take notes and wrote down what they said and kind of explain to you what their answers were throughout these notes. The first coworker I interviewed looked at the this year's accomplishment as being getting a new union contract in place, and our contract runs out at the in the middle of next year, and he was hopeful that we could get one in place by the end of the year before it ran out. In 3 years, he was looking at being on. He thought that we would be on 24-hour shifts, whereas we work day night rotations, split shifts. You rotate between days and nights, and he thought we would be working towards or be on 24-hour shifts in 3 years. And in 5 years, he thought that we would have a new fire hall built and we would be inside the new fire hall. The second coworker I interviewed had the first year. For the first year, he said that he thought all our shift work would be done by the due dates, whereas we have some test and maintenance work we have to get done each month, and they have a due date on them yearly and monthly. So he thought that one of the things we've really increased and are striving for is to be able to get all our work done by the date it's due and not have anything overdue. In 3 years, he was hoping that we would be able to increase our minimum staffing, as in we have a set number of people that are required to be on the plant at in the fire department all the time. And he thought that in 3 years we would be working towards where our workload and responses had elevated enough that we would actually have more people on that minimum number that had to be on shift. And his in 5 years also was the new fire hall, which is kind of a theme as you'll kind of see throughout this. On the third coworker, um, he asked I asked him this year what he thought we could get accomplished, and he said that increase the number of inspectors, the fire inspectors on day shift, to be able to complete the test and maintenance, the sprinkler inspections that we have, kind of what that other guy talked about, getting the work done by the due date. He thought that we would increase the people on day shift so that way we would have enough people to get that to really help get that done. 3 years, he thought that we would be in a new fire hall again, and in 5 years, he went back to what the first guy said about 24-hour shifts. He thought we would be on 24-hour shifts. Now, when I talked to the chief of the department and asked him the same things, you got some similar responses and some different. The first year, he wanted to have 90% of our required online training that done on time, whereas he wanted that to be a goal where we didn't have employees that were overdue on their online training. 3 years, he said he was hoping that we would have the new fire hall. He would start being built, which again is another theme. And then the third one in 5 years, we would be inside the new fire hall and we would be on 24-hour shifts. Now, he kind of gave some options on how he thought these were going to be done. He said he chose these things because these are things we've already been working towards years in advance, but he felt like the 1 year, 3 year, and 5 years were respectable goals of or amounts of time to achieve these goals. He he said the higher standards for training and making sure people get them done before the due date leaves us room for error. So that's how he planned on accomplishing the 90% was to try to have people get stuff done before, if it was due at the end of the month, people were needing to get it done by the 15th. That way you had some margin for error. The fire hall, we talked about the fire hall. There's going to be challenges with it because it will have to be funded and get approved in the budget. So we'll have to ask for the money in the budget. And he said they're doing that by trying to continuously show how we can be more effective with new facilities and how these older facilities are kind of holding us back, and they're putting a lot of money into these older facilities, and that's really hindering what we can do as a department as far as work and responses and equipment we need because of the money they're having to dump back into the facilities. Then the 24-hour shifts, he said, is a task they've been working on for a while. Yet again, they're trying to become more productive, and he felt like while working, instead of doing the day night swing shift, with the 24-hour shift, the employees could have a better sleep pattern, and it would allow the movement of some people to help with the work that needed to get done. So they were again just trying to prove that we could be more productive. It would be cost efficient. It wouldn't cost any more, but that we could be more productive, and it would be a safer working environment for us to work on 24-hour shifts. Thank you.